Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, we're going to be talking about the update that Grand Theft Auto Online absolutely needs. And it's going to surprise you because it isn't like a specific theme, like Tuners and Outlaws, or has something to do with some sort of business element. It's the quality of life update. So this certainly isn't an original topic, but I did see a post by Dragon JC on the Grand Theft Auto Online subreddit that was talking about this, and he has some cool ideas. I'm going to interject some of my own pretty cool ideas as well that I think Rockstar should do for a quality of life update. And quality of life fixes don't necessarily add new content. They, of course, can. They just make your life better in Grand Theft Auto Online. So let's jump into it today. Let's get it started. At the number 1 spot, there needs to be a way to opt out of notifications or contacts. So one example should be Simeon. You should have an option to be able to block or ignore Simeon and disable his import and export text. So obviously with the import-export update, no one does the Simeon car stuff anymore. Like, we have way better business and money-making opportunities. We don't need Simeon. We also get daily acknowledgments for things like office garages, hangars, facilities. Like, people and contacts like LJT and Lester calling us nonstop, Agent 14. I want to just be able to turn all of that off. There needs to be like a block feature in Grand Theft Auto Online. Like, every other social media has block features: Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Grand Theft Auto Online needs those. If you don't want to hear from LJT, you should have the option to never have to hear from him. And that's honestly how it should have been from day one, but that's something they should totally implement to cut down on those annoying contact calls and notifications. Okay, at the number 2 spot today, phone apps. So I think there needs to be more apps than what we have. So we have a couple useful ones like the Mechanic, Merryweather. We have the Moore's Mutual Insurance, which is obviously very valuable. But I think a pretty useful app that Rockstar could introduce could show us our supply and stock levels without having to go to the bunker or business or motorcycle club. And there also should be a pay to refill supplies button. That would be pretty cool too. So you know how you can go to your motorcycle club and you can just buy supplies? Why can't you just do that on the go, on sort of like a mobile app? Now, I don't want this to be too overpowered. I still think that stealing and selling, you should have to go to like the actual physical business itself, but that would be pretty cool. Rockstar could also make additional updates, tweaks, and fixes to existing apps in the game. Like, for example, they could make a Maze Bank app that would allow you to better deposit, withdraw, and manage your funds. Sort of like this right here. I saw this posted as well, and I think that would be pretty cool. Rockstar really need to have more apps in the game. I mean, they could even work the iFruit app. I mean, something they could do is even build an iFruit app into the in-game phones. That way you don't have to do it on your own phone. So you could create custom license plates in-game. You wouldn't have to like grab your phone, load up this clunky app that doesn't do anything, and then try and build it from there. So I think that more quality apps to make things more convenient would be a welcome addition to Grand Theft Auto Online. Let's move on to the number 3 spot today, being able to sell real estate. So in particular, being able to sell extra houses, garages, and businesses. So there's so many things I wish I could get rid of that Rockstar doesn't allow me to. So for example, there is a lot of the biker businesses that I really don't want. For example, the document forgery office, I never use. It's one of the worst businesses you can own. I would love to just get rid of that. Then I never have to worry about it and I can get some of my money back. I'd also like to get rid of maybe some of my apartments that I no longer use because Rockstar have added more valuable options in the future, like the offices and the office garages. I now no longer have a need for some of my apartments, and I'd like to take those away so that I could stop paying the daily fee for them. So being able to sell real estate would be nice. I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to mention the yachts and maybe the CEO offices. Maybe you don't have a need for them anymore. Maybe you would like to get the money back. That seems like such an easy thing to do. We can sell cars. Why can't we sell real estate? To me, that is just a huge bummer. Now, sort of building off of that, at the number 4 spot, I'd like Rockstar to open up all the interiors. So that seems to be one of the more lacking things in GTA 5 and Grand Theft Auto Online, especially when we go back to previous GTA games like Grand Theft Auto 4 and Vice City that had a ton of interiors. Online doesn't seem to have that. And when I mean all interiors, I'd love to see Rockstar open up the mansions, allow us to buy them, other houses in the world, allow us to purchase those. Things that we see in game like buildings, like the casino, I'd love for that to be eventually be open. I mean, it's there, and I know that does take a lot of developing from Rockstar, but for the most part, the hard part is there, and they've already done it. And then there's interiors that they could open that really don't have a purpose for buying or contributing to content. For example, like Tequila La or the Bahama Mamas nightclub. Just a place to go in and be able to enjoy time with our friends. They don't necessarily have to be tied to buying something, but just being able to enjoy more of the world of GTA 5. It seems as if it's so vast and there's so much going on, yet only so much is available because the majority of it is actually locked off. Okay, the number 5 spot today, making CEO and MC vehicles have Pegasus lists on them. So if you have a Pegasus vehicle, you should be able to call it in from your CEO or MC vehicle list, the way you can do things like the turreted limo and the buzzard, etc. So we've actually seen Rockstar implement a very similar feature to that you can do in the interaction menu, but that you can't do as a CEO, allowing your other associates or biker clubhouse members to get in there with you. And I think that what Rockstar did with the Smuggler's Run stuff and adding some of the ability for Pegasus vehicles to be called in right in front of you is nice, but I also believe that it could be better. And implementing that with the CEO MC function would be a whole lot better and would be a nice addition to the game. The number 6 spot today, changing genders. So we have changing appearance features, which is really great. Rockstar added that with import-export. You can modify your character, but let's say, for example, you want to be a guy or you want to be a girl. You could basically choose this option because this is one of the few things that Rockstar make you decide on from day one, and then you cannot change that. Now, yes, you can have the option to make a second character, but that's tricky. None of your main stuff is on your second character. You might not be the same rank, etc. So I think having the option to change gender would be welcome. Maybe people just want to play as a girl. I've made videos stating the benefits of playing as a female character, and there are some good ones. So maybe you just want to try that out. Maybe you want to be a guy. I don't care for your reason, but I think it's something that Rockstar should definitely consider. The number 7 spot today, our MOCs and our Avengers should do more. Now, I know what you're saying. These vehicles have some of the most jam-packed features ever, but I think there should be more to them. Number 1, they're really expensive, so they should have a ton of features. But most importantly, they should be able to connect to all of our businesses. So when you're in an MOC, you should have one central hub computer, or when you're in an Avenger, one central hub laptop, whatever the case is, that allows you to check your import-export stuff, your biker stuff, your gun running stuff, your Smuggler's Run business. You should be able to check everything. It's a mobile operations center for a reason. It shouldn't be limited to just either one type of business or one type of, thing that you can do or import or export. You've got to have the MOC or the Avenger to have the ability to just do way more. At the number 8 spot, adding more variety of missions to the existing businesses that we have. So I know that might be confusing, but let me give you an example. So with the import-export cars, there's only so many. And after the import-export update, none of the new vehicles appear as import-export cars. This is one example. Rockstar could go back and add new vehicles to the import-export cars. So for example, you could get an import-export mission that has you sourcing a Batmobile or a Vigilante or a Grotti Vision or an XA21 or something like that. New vehicles that weren't added to the list. That'd be pretty cool. Same with the finance and felony stuff. Maybe they could add more types of missions that you do when sourcing the items, or maybe they could add another type of rare special item. That would be awesome. Little things like that to the existing businesses to sort of keep them fresh would be really awesome. And these last 2 things are probably very generic, and you could say Rockstar probably try and work on these with every update they do. Number 1, Rockstar really has to fix the servers. I mean, there's a reason the cloud simulator thing is such a popular meme when describing Grand Theft Auto Online. Well, it's because it is. This game takes way too long to load into, whether you're joining a job or trying to get into a business. Black screens, cloud simulators, they are a huge strain on this game, and it really does take away from the flow of the action when you're doing an import-export mission, but then you get stuck at a 2-minute black screen. Or you want to change lobbies to get with your friend, but it takes 3 or 4 minutes to get into that, and he's busy waiting on you. So fixing the servers would be a huge priority. Not sure how Rockstar could do that, but I definitely think that's something they need to do. And then number 2, the final thing I'm going to be talking about today, try and work on like the hackers and the modders and the glitches, stuff that is really bad for online. So I've said this in the past, there's a fine line of what I think is good modding and bad modding. And I think that Rockstar are obviously going to struggle with this probably going forward as long as they have games on PC. But I'd like them to try to get rid of a lot of the malicious things that players can do in online. And even more recently, as I mentioned earlier, there's a God mode glitch going on right now that Rockstar doesn't seem like they're able to really fix. So that would obviously be cool if they could take care of that. And then going forward, just like, wouldn't it be nice to not have to worry about someone that has invincibility that's going to kill you or blow up your car show or something like that? I feel like that would be nice to just never have to worry about something like that. But anyways, that right there is what I think should come to Grand Theft Auto Online soon. The quality of life update featuring a lot of changes that doesn't necessarily involve new content, but offers just a nice, refreshing breath of air into Grand Theft Auto Online. I'd love to hear from you guys in the comment section down below. Would you like to see something like this in GTA Online? I'd love to hear from you guys in the comment section down below. If you did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. We like daily GTA 5 videos like this. Out of the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care. I'll see you guys in the next video.